This is the S&P 500 SPDR ETF SPY one-day reading for January 2nd, 2025. It's currently December 22nd, 2024, 8:22 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading, $591.15 USD. The shuffle video, or I should say the image file in this case for this reading, was created on February 5th, 2024, like almost a year ago, guys. And if you scroll back to our live streams back in February, I 100% you'll find me showing people these videos if you're that skeptical. But in any case, overall theme and behavior for the second, we have a breakout on a multi-day scale. There's also an important trough on a multi-day scale highlighted here. Behavior around the highest high for the day. There's a significant trade opportunity, most likely a cash out opportunity. Behavior around the lowest low, significantly bearish indication here with the Princess of Wands in the low significator position, indicating that there's a rally off the lows, offering opportunity to open up a short, meaning that we'll most likely go back to that low and or lower. Usually in the same reading. Sometimes it's in the following reading. And then the trade advisement card is nullified. Interesting. Well, it does look like there's a pretty big move either overnight, over the weekend, overnight, or right first thing in the morning, a pretty big move to the upside with like, this is the breakout ruin here on the second. So that's really like a cross-reading congruency almost. I think probably here in the morning, we've got like, we probably go from a high to a low or vice versa in the pre-market. And then right around the open, there's this erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level. In the midst of that, we should revisit a crest that was recently a past opportunity. It could mean that we're seeing the same high from the pre-market here in the first half hour again, or it could mean that we're revisiting like a high from the previous day. It could mean both. It's hard to say. It'll make more sense once we get there, obviously. But there's a lot of mixed behavior in the first half hour, and we likely see a low and a high there as well. So a low and a high in the pre-market, low and the high in the first half hour, or it's that we have a high in pre-market, a low in the first half hour, or a low in the pre-market and a high in the first half hour. There's a lot going on there, guys. Just expect a lot of erratic behavior. Now, we should have a sideways fluctuating decline between roughly 10 and 11, down to and through a support level, meet another support, and then we'll rotate sideways along the second support into another low between roughly 11 and 12, which will take place within a period of volatility, and there should be a sharp drop in that period of volatility. Now, between roughly 12 and 1, we have an unexpected move to the upside, usually starting out of a decline. And that's going to take us to like some sort of important peak. It could be another high. Doubtful, though. I think it's probably just like a new high after making lows. And there's a universal hexagram decline there to the downside between roughly 1 and 2. Really sharp move to the downside in there into sideways rotation, roughly between 2 and 3. There should be a sharp drop within that period of sideways rotation, taking us into a low in the last hour, and then there should be a big move to the upside out of that low, reaching for distant resistance, followed by another decline right around the close through multiple support levels into a lower price level, probably in the post-market. And that sun card is likely, speaking about this card here, giving us some sort of like extra relevancy to that card there in the middle of the day on the third. And we'll talk about that when we get into the reading for the third. As far as trades are concerned, very likely we have like a false breakout on a multi-day scale. So we likely see the month's lows here based on what's transpired. I was pretty on point up until this sharp drop, which I saw a sharp drop off the high, but I didn't expect it to go that low. In any case, based on that, very, very likely we have a lowest low for the month here on the 23rd. And if I'm wrong about that, then it's on the 27th. But I think it's probably there on the 23rd. And that's for the month. Yeah, and it looks like we end on a high on the 31st. So that rally probably, there's a big move to the upside over the weekend or first thing in the morning. What I would probably want to do is look for that false breakout and first thing in the morning when we're like making a new high for the day. And I would open up a short there. which I would likely close. I would likely close the short. Matter of fact, it's much better to cash out of long positions here first thing in the morning. But if you did open up a short, you'd probably close the short here just after 3 o'clock. And that's SPY for January 2nd, 2025. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You know where to go. You know what to do. Blessings to all my angel investors. Happy New Year's, my friends. I will see you guys on the next one.